What's going on, everybody? Me and Daniel have decided to do a conference tournament prediction for all of the big conferences in the NCAA, kind of ramping up to March Madness, in which we will probably have a big Selection Sunday live and all of that fun stuff. But in terms of right now, we will do the ACC. So everybody that's watching this knows what we're about to do. We're going to predict the tournament. And so one game has already been decided, and that is the Miami-Pitt game. It was just played a few short hours ago, and Miami beat Pitt. We were looking at that game. Pittsburgh only had 4 dudes score, which is really bizarre and strange, especially during March time. But we're going to waste no time here and just hop right in. Daniel, who do you have winning the two sort of play-in games here?
So as you said, Miami already won, and then you see the Duke-Boston College game. I'm also cheating on that one. I have it on here as Duke winning, but we're recording this at about halftime of that game, and Duke is up by 17. Boston College has won 4 games all year, 5 games all year. I don't think it's a question. And then for the Notre Dame Wake Forest game, once again, I put Notre Dame. What about you?
Yeah, that exactly the same with me. I have Duke and Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a team, man, that could be very intriguing as we continue to move on through the bracket. So wasting no time, the 8 and 9 game all the way through. Daniel, I'll let you take the lead here.
I like NC State a lot. I'm seeing a lot of like the bettors say like, hey, if you put $10 to put NC State into the ACC championship, then you win 220. And I was starting to look into that. And I was like, wow, that's not that bad of a bet.
Yeah.
And I like NC State. Do you have Syracuse?
I do have Syracuse. Last time they faced, Syracuse won by 9. NC State is on a hot streak, though. So they are a team that, as you said, the bettors could probably side with. But, yeah, I went Syracuse. I really like Jim Boeheim in March. I think he does really good prepping his guys. And
That's fair.
I'm a huge Syracuse guy in March.
That's fair. I agree with that. Jim Boeheim, top notch. And then the Miami-Clemson game. So I don't think it's any question. I go Clemson. I mean.
Yeah, I'm going to be weird and go Miami.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be weird and just roll with Miami. They're actually playing decent basketball. They're on a 2-game winning streak, which is their longest winning streak of the season. So, what a time to be rolling. So, I think that they'll continue to roll, but that's just about all for Miami there.
Yeah, I agree. So you think the 2-game winning streak goes to a 4-game winning streak?
No, 3.
Oh, okay, so you already haven't factored into that. Okay. And then we go Duke Louisville. Who you got?
I went with Louisville. I just think their guard play. I don't like Chris Mack at all, but I went with Louisville.
I went a little weird here. I went with Duke. Mike Shafesky, they played earlier in the year. Very, very close game, overtime game. I went with Duke because Louisville got the last one. I think it flips the script this time, and Duke gets it. Duke's into that very big, man. They are very talented, and their player go home.
Yeah. So that 6-11 game, North Carolina versus Notre Dame. Again, I kind of hinted at Notre Dame being a scary team. This is where I actually have Notre Dame knocking off the Tar Heels and rolling through to the next round. Yeah, I really like Notre Dame rolling this tournament, man. I have a good feeling about Notre Dame.
I go the opposite way. I go North Carolina. I think that they're more talented. They're bigger, better coached. I go North Carolina.
Can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. They're very senior heavy too. Yeah. But on to the next round, Virginia. You have them against NC State.
Yes, and I take the big time upset and take North Carolina State.
So you're rolling with NC State.
So you look at this ranking called neutral site rankings, and I understand that this year it's a little bit different because it's not really home court advantage. But looking back onto the past 2 tournaments who have been played, all the Final Four teams besides for Loyola Chicago were top 10 teams in that. And you see NC State ranked right there at number 6 in it.
Wow.
So I like those rankings a lot. I see that they're pretty relevant in today. And I like NC State. I think they're hot right now.
Actually, I went with Virginia. I don't care who they play. I really like Virginia. Really, again, well-coached team. They're solid. They're always experienced. But, yeah, I took Virginia. So now
Virginia's a great team, 100%.
Yeah, so now you have the 4-5, Georgia Tech, Clemson. Who are you rolling with?
Oh, dude, Georgia Tech all day long. I think Georgia Tech is really good.
I went with Georgia Tech as well. And then you have Florida State Duke. Who you rocking with?
Florida State, better team. Coach K can win a few games, but not 3 games in 3 days. Not with this squad over Florida State, at least.
Yeah, I also took Florida State. Another team that has talent everywhere. And, they're weird, man. I feel like one day they'll be rolling. You'll be like, okay, this is a Final Four team. Then the next day you're like, this team's awful.
I agree. There's been multiple times this year, I believe I've texted you, like, that team's legit.
Yep.
And then sometimes it's like, wow, this team stinks.
Then they drop the ball and play terrible.
Yeah.
But Florida State. So
now into you. Do you have Notre Dame with another upset?
I do. I have Notre Dame rolling into the ACC Final Four, and they knock off Virginia Tech here.
I will say I don't have Notre Dame, but I had North Carolina. I don't love that Virginia Tech team. I don't think they're all that. I really don't. For the 3 seed in the ACC, they're nothing special.
Yep.
And I think North Carolina gets it done there.
All right, so we have our Final Four set. So you have NC State versus Georgia Tech. Where are you going?
Man, I'm getting weird. Actually, I guess this isn't that weird anymore, but I'm going Georgia Tech.
Yep.
I like that squad, man. They have literally – so let's pull up this stuff, some stats. Georgia Tech, they have played – how many? Sorry, I got it.
They're good.
10-3 at home. They have played 8 Quadrant 1 games. That is an incredible number. And then against Quadrant 2, 6-0, man. I really like this Georgia Tech squad. You've seen them beat Kentucky. You've seen them beat Duke. They're hot right now.
Oh yeah, they're extremely good. Not only that, they have 3 guys scoring 15 or more points, 4 guys scoring double digits. They spread the wealth. They're unbelievable. I have them knocking off Virginia, rolling into the championship. They're playing really good basketball too.
Yeah,
they're like 6-1 out of their last 7 or something, and COVID shut them down for a little bit, but they seem to be picking it right back up and rolling into the ACC tournament. And so Florida State. And who else you got? You got North Carolina.
I have North Carolina, and then you have Notre Dame?
No, I have Florida State.
Okay.
I think Florida State's just too good for
I agree. Same way. I think Florida State is a top. I think Florida State's really good. I think they have a lot of talent.
You have them beating North Carolina?
Yes, I do. I have Florida State versus Georgia Tech.
So we have Georgia Tech, Florida State, consensus, ACC.
And now I will say neither one of us knew each other's bracket at all, and we both said we had a weird one here, and we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, we both kind of figured.
This is interesting. This is cool to see.
So who you got winning it?
I got Georgia Tech, man.
Me as well. We're rocking the Georgia Tech. I'm pretty sure they're the Yellow Jackets. So
yeah, Yellow Jackets.
We both went with Georgia Tech. I am expecting them to play really well throughout the weekend, and I cannot wait to see it. Daniel, you got any closing remarks on the ACC?
I think Georgia Tech's good, man. I think the ACC's down this year. I mean, I think Georgia Tech is going to make the tournament. Yep. And I think that same with Florida State. The teams up against the wall are the big names. North Carolina, Duke, Louisville. Can any of them perform? Because you're going to see teams that are different right now.
Even Syracuse.
100%. A lot of these squads that are very talented coaches, very talented recruits, backed against the wall. I don't see it happening here, but I got Georgia Tech. I think that's pretty neat that we both have Georgia Tech here. So we'll see what happens.
It is pretty cool. So we're going to end it there for the ACC. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button. We will be rolling straight into our Big East. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in just a few minutes.